Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ken Smith, courtside at Fairfield High School, where the Lady Lions are hosting the Lady Bearcats of Paint Valley. We are starting tournament action tonight on C103 and on 99.5 The Edge, and, of course, GoodGuysRadioTV.com as well. Again, I just said I am at Fairfield for this matchup. Don Bowles is courtside at Lynchburg Clay High School, where the Lady Mustangs are hosting Belpre in tournament action. Again, that is on 99.5 The Edge. This game on C103 and GoodGuysRadioTV.com as well. Brandon Rigdon, our producer, on the side of Good Guys Radio TV. And Traven Hildebrand, our producer for C103, back in the studio. Let's take a real quick look at what the Paint Valley Lady Bearcats have done so far this season. Well, probably not as many wins as they would like to have. They were 3-19 overall, 0-14 in conference play. They do play in a very tough conference, by the way. That's the SVC. And, of course, this is Division 6 tournament action. The three teams that Paint Valley did beat this year, they beat White Oak, they beat Western Latham, and they beat Peebles. So two of our conference teams were two of those wins for Paint Valley. They did also face off against the Fairfield Lady Lions this year. That was back on September 29th, and the Lady Lions of Fairfield did win that one in 4 sets. Paint Valley won the first set, 26-24, and then Fairfield won the 3 remaining sets, 25-22, 25-11, and 25-23. So all but the third set fairly close. That means this could be a matchup here tonight, despite what the records show. Speaking of records, let's take a look at the one for the Fairfield Lady Lions. They were 15-7 overall, 10-3 in conference play. They ended up tying for first place in Division 2 of the SHAC, and they shared that first place tie with Fayetteville. So that's a look at what the Fairfield Lady Lions did this year, and we're going to take a quick break and be back to talk about the roster for the Paint Valley Lady Bearcats. We'll start with them since they're the visiting team on the roster. We're back right after this on the SHAC Sports Radio Network, C103.
C103, 99.5 The Edge, and Good Guys Radio TV are your source for everything local. From SHAC basketball
shot by Osborne, 3 on the buzzer!
Wow. To SHAC baseball.
Wells is going to try. He makes it. He's safe.
Western Brown football.
Throws it towards the end zone, and it's complete.
To SHAC volleyball.
Hatton for the kill. It's good.
Local fairs, festivals, and more.
Ire to the finish line.
Crosses the line to get the victory.
Never miss a moment with C103, 99.5 The Edge, and Good Guys Radio TV.
Your plan is ready. It's time to build. At CMT Components, we design and manufacture quality building materials for your custom job. If you need metal panels and trim, trusses, or even a complete pole barn package, we do it all, including delivering right to your job site. To get started, call us at 937-446-3400. You can also check us out online or stop by our office in Sardinia, Ohio to discuss your plans today. Let's get building.
In this community, they call the fire department when the days go bad and they don't know what to do.
There'll be a family member and will come up and give me a hug or shake my hand and say, hey, you took care of my dad X number of years ago, and they just wanted to say thank you and how much it meant to them. Things like that just keep me going. I'm ready to come back and do it again.
I try to take pride in every single thing that I do. When I'm needed in the community, I don't want them to ever think that I could have done more.
And that's the beauty of volunteers. There's nothing stronger than the heart of a volunteer.
Creating a memorial to honor a lost loved one is a time-honored tradition. Whether it's a graveside monument, a cremation monument, or a pet memorial, the craftsmen at Peebles Monument Company will walk you through every step of the process, from concept to completion. Visit Peebles Monument Company, located on North Main Street in Peebles, and online at peeblesmonument.com. Choose Peebles Monument Company because sharing the life story of a loved one with those who matter most isn't just important today, it's important forever.
Welcome back courtside, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at the roster for the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Paint Valley Lady Bearcats. It starts off with a freshman wearing number 1, that's Whitney Oots. Karis Dye is a senior wearing number 2. Lanaya Luckett wears number 3. She's a junior. Chloe Annan, a junior, wearing number 5. Aubrey Brenner wears number 7. She's a freshman. Maya Collier is a sophomore. She wears number 10. Alila Young is a senior, wearing number 11. She's a senior. Nevi Conley is a senior wearing number 13. Brianna Winterrod is a freshman wearing number 16. Kinley Cunningham is wearing number 17. Caitlin Dyer, a senior, wearing number 20. Kylie Spangler, a senior, wearing number 21. Caitlin Saunders wears number 22. She's a junior. And Melissa Heiss rounds out the roster, a senior, wearing number 23. That's the roster for the Paint Valley Lady Bearcats. We'll take another quick break and be back to look at the home team, the Fairfield Lady Lions, right after this on the Shack Sports Radio Network, C103, and Good Guys Radio TV, presented by CMT Components.
What's one of our shows that our listeners love the most?
Yeah, I got a couple things here to sell today.
That's right. It's the Trash and Treasure Trading Post on C103, weekdays starting at 12:30 p.m.
Oh, yes, I'm a private collector.
Get your items on the air by calling 937-544-9722. You can also try out the mailbag items. It's $2 a day, $5 for 3 days. Mail your listings to P.O. Box 103, West Union, Ohio, 45693.
Got a lot of other miscellaneous, too.
And we'll help you turn your trash into treasure.
McCarty Associates is an architecture, engineering, and surveying firm serving Southern Ohio for more than 60 years. McCarty Associates is a broad-based consulting firm providing services to governmental agencies, public bodies, corporate and business entities, and the general public. They also offer construction management for clients that require a higher level of assistance. If there's a construction project in your future, McCarty Associates can take your vision and help make it reality. Visit McCartyAssociates.com for a complete list of their services.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at the Fairfield Lady Lions. Their roster starts off with Allie Maynard, a junior, wearing number 2. Allie Parker is a freshman, wearing number 3. Remy Moon wears number 6. She's a junior. Paisley Stallhut, a sophomore, wearing number 8. Georgia May, a sophomore, wearing number 9. Number 13 is Caitlin Eidner, a senior, wearing number 13. Number 19, Alyssa Bales, is a junior. Addison Cannon wears number 23. She's a sophomore. A freshman wearing number 25 is Bailey Jones. And rounding out the roster is Emma Ayers wearing number 26. She is a junior. Head coach is Cameron Dalton, assisted by Haley Witt. And the JV coach, Riley Luttrell. And James Barnett, or Jimmy Barnett as we know him, is the athletic director. Steve Hackett is the principal. And Keisha McCoy is the superintendent for Fairfield Local Schools. The Fairfield Lady Lions, that is their roster. And we will take another quick break here. Of course, we're going to honor America courtside. So while we wait for that, I am going to remind you to stick with me for the postgame. I'll have all the stats for you. We'll also have a conversation with head coach Cameron Dalton and the ACRMC Coaches Comment Show, ACRMC Family Medicine Coaches Comment Show. And, of course, I'll name a Snappy Tomato Pizza player of the match as well. So, again, be sure to stick with me for our post-game show. They are just about ready to get things started here courtside. We are right on time. Should be pretty close to that 7 o'clock first serve as they try to hit that time for all of the tournament games. By the way, our officials, Lynn Johnson, Beth Muntank, and then your line judges are Rich Bruner and Skylar Joseph. Those are our officials for tonight's Division 6 tournament action at Fairfield High School. We'll take a quick break while we honor America and be back to look at starters and have our first serve right after this on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV, presented by CMT Components.
Our business is helping you grow. We're Baxter Tractor. We take care of you like family.
We've been growing since 1946. As your Kubota dealer, our focus is to help you grow today and into the future. Stop by one of our locations today, visit with our folks, and see our entire lineup of Kubota products.
Our business is helping you grow. Baxter Tractor.
Snappy Tomato Pizza. Are you hungry for a deal that really delivers? Snappy Tomato Pizza's got you covered. Right now, grab a large one-topping pizza and a refreshing 2-liter of Pepsi for just $12.99. That's dinner made easy and delicious. Order online at snappytomato.com or make it even easier. Download the Snappy app and fresh hot pizza is just a tap away. Snappy Tomato Pizza, fresh, hot, snappy.
Snappy delivery.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 350,000 participants here in Ohio who take part in high school sports.
The Fairfield Athletic Boosters are proud to sponsor this coverage of the Fairfield Lions. The Athletic Boosters work hard behind the scenes to encourage their teams to do their best. The Lions understand this and are dedicated to doing just that. Congratulations! Your hard work and drive show through. Whether basketball, volleyball, baseball, or any other sport, the Fairfield Athletic Boosters say, good luck, Lions and Lady Lions.
Back, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at the starters for the Paint Valley Lady Bearcats. It'll be Karis Dye, a senior. Maya Collier, a sophomore. Allie Rummer, a senior. Nevi Conley, a senior. And Kylie Spangler, a senior, along with Melissa Heiss, also a senior. So a veteran starting lineup on the side of the Paint Valley Lady Bearcats. Now taking a look at the Fairfield Lady Lions. And, of course, overall, a very young roster for Fairfield. They'll be starting Allie Maynard, a junior, Remy Moon, a junior, Paisley Stallhut, a sophomore, Georgia May, a sophomore, Addison Cannon, a sophomore, and Bailey Jones, a freshman. So, again, a young starting lineup on the side of the Fairfield Lady Lions, which, of course, means that the future should be pretty bright for Fairfield, as they will only graduate one total senior this year. So that's a look at your starting lineup for both ball clubs. They are finishing up the announcements, getting the players all announced. We'll be set and ready for that first serve in just a moment. We'll take one final break right here on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV, presented by CMT Components.
C103, 99.5 The Edge, and Good Guys Radio TV are your source for everything local. From Shack Basketball
Shot by Osborne, 3 on the buzzer!
Wow. To Shack Baseball.
Wells is going to drive. He makes it. He's safe.
Western Brown Football.
Throws it towards the end zone, and it's complete.
To Shack Volleyball.
Hatton for the kill. It's good.
Local fairs, festivals, and more.
Ire to the finish line.
Crosses the line to get the victory.
Never miss a moment with C103, 99.5 The Edge, and Good Guys Radio TV.
Your plan is ready. It's time to build. At CMT Components, we design and manufacture quality building materials for your custom job. If you need metal panels and trim, trusses, or even a complete pole barn package, we do it all, including delivering right to your job site. To get started, call us at 937-446-3400. You can also check us out online or stop by our office in Sardinia, Ohio to discuss your plans today. Let's get building.
Our next tournament volleyball broadcast will be tomorrow night, and that will be Meg's at North Adams. 7 o'clock tip-off for that as well, and that will be on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV also. And then we won't have another tournament game until Saturday, where we will feature the Fayetteville Lady Rockets taking on Cincinnati Christian, and that'll be a 12:30 broadcast on C103. So that's a look at the rest of this week. And, of course, we hope to get some wins and have some more games next week. We'll talk about that as we get closer to next week. I do want to invite you to stop by Barber Napa Auto Parts tomorrow. We will be there for their Customer Appreciation Day at the Peebles location. Yesterday we were in Hillsboro for their Customer Appreciation Day there. So, again, join us at Barber Napa Auto Parts in Peebles tomorrow. They'll have free food and all kinds of giveaways and great deals throughout the store. So be sure to stop by for that. Can't go wrong with free food for sure. All right, we are set and ready to go. By the way, I want to apologize to the Lady Bearcat fans. It'll take me just a little bit to get used to your players. I haven't seen them all season long, whereas I've seen Fairfield multiple times. The Lady Bearcats are going to start off with a kill by Conley. She has 127 kills on the season. And the first point of the game will go to the Fairfield Lady Bearcats. By the way, Remy Moon had the first serve of the game, but now over to Rummer for the first serve for Paint Valley. Fairfield's going to return with a free pass. Comes back over to Paint Valley. They'll set it. Rummer will set it. On the attack is going to be Conley. That's saved. And coming back the other direction with an off-speed attack. That was Moon. That did not work. They'll set Moon up for a full attack this time. That's a nice dig in the back row by Spangler. They'll set Conley up for another attack. Fairfield able to handle it. Can they return it from the back row? It comes back over to the Lady Bearcats. They'll set it up again. This time on the attack is Collier. And that was saved and returned with a free pass by the Lady Lions. Lady Lions struggling here to get a point. And in fact, they have a little bit of a miscue as Moon didn't get a good hit on it. And the point will go to the Lady Bearcats. So a 2-0 score for Paint Valley as Rummer steps back to serve for her second time. Long volley that time. Comes across, received in the back row by Bales. They'll set it up for a free pass by Maynard. Now the set for the attack. Collier on the attack gets her first kill. 2 total kills for the Lady Bearcats. 1 for Conley and 1 for Collier. Back to serve again is Rummer. 3-0 score in our first set of the match. Bales will receive it in the back row. Moon gets a touch and a free pass by Stallhut. Comes over to Lady Bearcats. They'll set it up for an attack. Collier just decides to do a free pass, but it catches the Lady Lions off guard, and Collier scores a point. We'll count that as an off-speed attack. Give her 2 kills. Rummer back to serve for the 4th time in a row. Lady Lions are going to have to come alive here. Another nice serve by Rummer. This time it's an ace as the Lady Bearcats jump out to a 5-0 lead. Now, if you remember in our pregame show there, I talked about how the SVC is a tough conference, so that record doesn't necessarily reflect the skill level of the Lady Bearcats. Rummer will overserve that one. It'll go out the backside for a service error, and finally, the Lady Lions are on the scoreboard as Cannon will step back to serve. Cannon serves this one into the back row. Lady Bearcats will set it up for an attack off the hands of Conley. That is saved and returned, but it goes out of bounds on the free pass, and the point scores for the Lady Bearcats. I'll give Conley a kill for that. That's her second. I think that was Conley. It might have been Spangler that had that kill. Collier now serving. Lady Lions will set up. Moon with an off-speed attack or a dink. That does not work. Conley with an attack, and it's a good kill. Give Conley 3 kills now, and a timeout for the Fairfield Lady Lions as the Lady Bearcats jump out to a 7-1 lead in the first set of the match. We're back after this on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV, presented by CMT Components.
In this community, they call the fire department when the days go bad and they don't know what to do.
There'll be a family member and will come up and give me a hug or shake my hand and say, hey, you took care of my dad X number of years ago, and they just wanted to say thank you and how much it meant to them. Things like that just keep me going. I'm ready to come back and do it again.
I try to take pride in every single thing that I do. When I'm needed in the community, I don't want them to ever think that I could have done more.
And that's the beauty of volunteers. There's nothing stronger than the heart of a volunteer.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Again, it's a 7-1 score. Lady Bearcats leading the Lady Lions with Collier serving for the Lady Bearcats. Back to serve for her second time. Again, stick with me for the post-game show. Collier serves that one into the back row. Free pass by Maynard. And it was an overpass that set up the overkill for Spangler. That's her first. Spangler is 3rd on the team in kills this season with a total of 106 kills. Collier serving for a 3rd time. 7-point lead for the Lady Bearcats. And this one ends up out of bounds off of Bales, and that'll score an ace. I think Bales wanted to let it go, but changed her mind a little too late. Collier serving for a 4th time. Not a very strong serve this time, but she does set it up for the point to score, as at the net we had a joust between Spangler and one of the Lady Lions, and Spangler came out on top in that one. We'll credit her with a kill there. That'll give her 2. As Collier steps back for her 5th serve. Gets that one into the back row. Maynard receives that one. And at the net, we're going to have somebody in the net. All right, they're going to say that was on the side of the Lady Bearcats. So the Lady Lions will get the score, and Maynard will step back to serve. No, they're going to say other way. All right. So I'm not sure exactly what the call was there. And in fact, head coach Dalton asking for an explanation. The point does go to the Lady Bearcats. So Collier back to serve. This will be 6 serves in a row for Collier. Bales will receive it. It's an overpass. It sets up the overkill again for Spangler. 3 kills for Kylie Spangler. She's now tied with Conley, as there are a total of 8 kills on the side of the Lady Bearcats, whereas the Lady Lions have yet to get their first kill. Collier serves it again. Bales receives it in the back row. Quick touch by Stallhut. It'll be a free pass by Mays. And a dump attempt by Rummer. That didn't work, or Rummer. And now on the attack was Moon. That did not work. Conley will attack for the Lady Bearcats. They're going to set Moon up for a powerful attack, but it's blocked at the net. Nice block. Moon tries a little off speed this time, but they're going to say somebody was in the net. I think it was Spangler, and that will give the point, and we'll credit Moon with a kill there. Point to the Lady Lions. Maynard back to serve again. This one will go into the back row, received by Collier. They're going to set it up. Conley tries an off speed. Moon will save that one. Now Moon for the attack. It's good. Remy Moon gets her 2nd kill. Big hole here for the Lady Lions to dig themselves out of. But at least they're getting some points on the board now, as Maynard steps back to serve again. Maynard will serve this one, received in the back row by Dye. It'll be set by Rumor, and on the attack, it's good. Spangler gets one to go off the block. An outside hit for Spangler gives her her 4th kill. Now serving is going to be Conley. Steps up for her first serve. 10-point lead for the Lady Bearcats. Mays receives it. Bales will get a touch, and now Moon with a free pass comes over to Conley. They'll set it up. Spangler for the attack. Not a very powerful attack, but Moon also tries with an off speed. That doesn't work. Spangler on the reverse gets it to go. Kylie Spangler gets her 5th kill. Timeout Fairfield, as they are trailing by 11, 14-3 in our first set, with the Bearcats leading. We'll take another quick break right here on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV, presented by CMT Components.
Creating a memorial to honor a lost loved one is a time-honored tradition. Whether it's a graveside monument, a cremation monument, or a pet memorial, the craftsmen at Peoples Monument Company will walk you through every step of the process, from concept to completion. Visit Peoples Monument Company, located on North Main Street in Peoples, and online at peoplesmonument.com. Choose Peoples Monument Company, because sharing the life story of a loved one with those who matter most isn't just important today, it's important forever.
We would like to thank some of our season sponsors. Sponsoring all of our regular season and tournament play, Willie & Son Trucking. Get your motor running and roll on with the diesel repair experts at Willie & Son Trucking. Also, we'd like to thank Baxla Tractor Sales in Seaman and Batavia, your local dealer for Kubota, Land Pride, Exmark, Kawasaki, and more. So back to serve again is Conley for her 2nd serve, and Bearcats struggling, but they'll try an off speed. That's returned off the hands of Jones. Now they're going to set up Mays. No, that was Moon for an attack. And able to return that. Spangler does a dump and gets the kill. I think the Lady Lions thought she was going to set it for another player. She did not. She dumped it, and it worked. Conley back for her 3rd serve. Bales with an overpass. Spangler tries the overkill. That doesn't work. Lady Lions will set Moon up for an attack, and it's good. Remy Moon gets her 3rd kill. Again, Lady Lions have got a bunch of work to do here. They're trailing by 11. Moon will step back to serve. Moon with the serve, and she's going to get an ace. Nice serve by Remy Moon. Moon back for a second time. Her team trailing by 10. And that one is in for an ace. Lady Bearcats thought it was going to go out of bounds, and it did not. It stayed in. Well placed by Remy Moon. I'd also like to thank Peebles Monument Company. Choose Peebles Monument Company because the life story of a loved one isn't just important now, it's important forever. This time Lady Bearcats are able to receive it. They'll set it up for a return off the hands of Heiss. That was a free pass. Now Mays tries to punch one down the net, and it works. Mays will get a kill, or May, I'm sorry, Georgia May. Not sure why I was adding an S. So Moon will step back to serve again. This will be her fourth serve. Lady Lions digging out of that hole, and it's another ace for Moon, her third. That'll bring out a timeout called by the Paint Valley Lady Bearcats as the Lady Lions have come alive. They still trail, though. Lady Lions again trailing 15-8. We're back after this timeout with the Lions serving right here on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV, presented by CMT Components.
What's one of our shows that our listeners love the most?
Yeah, I got a couple things here to sell today.
That's right. It's the Trash and Treasure Trading Post on C103, weekdays starting at 12:30 p.m.
Oh, yes, I'm a private collector.
Get your items on the air by calling 937-544-9722. You can also try out the mailbag items. It's $2 a day, $5 for 3 days. Mail your listings to P.O. Box 103, West Union, Ohio, 45693.
Got a lot of other miscellaneous, too.
And we'll help you turn your trash into treasure.
Welcome back courtside, ladies and gentlemen. Lady Bearcats struggling a bit to break this serve by Remy Moon. I'm sure that timeout was an attempt to try and break her concentration, see if they can break the serve of Moon. Again, 15-8 the score with Paint Valley leading in our first set of the match. This one received in the back row by Spangler, and Heiss will return it. That'll come over to May. They'll set May up for an off-speed attack. No problem there for, I think Winterrod has checked in. For the return, they'll set it up again. May tries another off-speed, again to Winterrod. And then the set for the attack. Who was that on the attack? That is Dye. Karis Dye gets her first kill. Karis Dye is second on the team in kills for the season with 110. So the Lady Bearcats finally able to break that serve, and back to serve will be Melissa Heiss. That's going to be received in the back row by Moon. May will have to send it back with a free pass to Heiss. And then the dump attempt by Rummer. That didn't work. Now May will attack, but it's too strong. It ends up out of bounds, and the point goes to the Lady Bearcats. Heiss back to serve for her second time. Lady Bearcats leading it by 9, make it 10 as Heiss gets an ace. (18-8) the score, Bearcats leading. Heiss will step back to serve for her third time. This one received by Moon. Stallhut will set it. And on the attack is Jones. It was a floor attack. And because she did not elevate, that one ended up going out of bounds. So the point goes to the Lady Bearcats. Heiss back to serve again. Heiss clips the top of the net for a service error. Point will go to Fairfield, and they will send Bales back to serve. Alyssa Bales serves this one into the back row, and it's going to be an ace as nobody was there for a second hit. First ace for Bales. Lady Lions trailing it by 9 with an overpass. No attempt for an overkill there, but May will try an off speed, but does not get it across the net. That one was not placed well, and it ends up scoring a point for the Lady Bearcats. Winterrod comes out. Back in will go Conley. Also, your libero Young comes out. And checking in, I think, was Rummer. Back to serve is going to be Spangler. First serve for Spangler. That one received in the back row by Moon. Stallhut with the set, and Moon will have to send it back with a free pass. They'll set it up for an attack off the hands of Collier. That didn't work. Now Moon attacking for the Lady Lions. She'll punch it into the back row and ends up scoring the point, but not off of the attack. So I won't give her a kill for that one, but the point does score for the Lady Lions. Stallhut stepping back to serve now for the Lady Lions. They trail it by 9, 20-11. Bunch of work to do here for the Lady Lions. This one received by Heiss in the back row, set by Rummer, and breaking the plane underneath of the net was Karis Dye. She didn't realize it there, but she did step underneath the net, so the point will go to the Lady Lions. Stallhut will step back to serve. 8-point deficit for the Fairfield Lady Lions. Stallhut, little too strong. That goes out the backside for a service error. Opens up a window here for the Lady Bearcats. They'll send Karis Dye back to serve, her first one. Dye serves this one into the back row to Moon. Stallhut will set it on the attack. That was Cannon, and it ends up out of bounds. Point will go to the Lady Bearcats. Dye again with a serve. 10-point lead for the Bearcats. Received in the back row by Moon. Stallhut will set it. On the attack this time, Maynard. No problem there for the Lady Bearcats. Conley attacking back. And Stallhut will punch it into the back row. Tried to catch Lady Bearcats off guard. Conley attacking again, and this time it is good. Nevi Conley gets her 4th kill. Dye serving for a 3rd time. Dye serves it into the back row, received by Moon. Stallhut the set, and May with the return. It was a free pass. Lady Bearcats, nice save. They'll keep it alive. Dye returns with a free pass. Now to May for a floor attack. Heiss saves that one. They'll set it up to Conley for another big attack, and it's good. And that's going to be set point. 5th kill for Conley. Dye serving. It's 24-12 set point for the Lady Bearcats. Dye serves it a little too strong. That'll end up out of bounds for a service error, and the Lady Lions get one more opportunity here as May will serve. They have quite the hole to dig out of. They trail by 11. May will serve it into the back row, received by Spangler. They'll set it up for an attack by Collier. That didn't work. Stallhut setting it for Moon, and her attack is good. 4 kills now for Remy Moon. Georgia May steps back to serve. Moon is in the outside hitting position, right where she likes to be. Lions will serve it with a 10-point deficit. Heiss. That'll be an ace for May, as Lady Bearcats couldn't return it. May again serves, this time received in the back row by Dye. They'll set it up to Conley for the attack, and it's good. Nevi Conley gets her 6th kill to give the Bearcats the victory in the first set. 25-15 the score. The Bearcats leading the match 1-0. We're back right after this on the Shack Sports Network, C103 and Good Guys Radio TV, presented by CMT Components.
McCarty Associates is an architecture, engineering, and surveying firm serving Southern Ohio for more than 60 years. McCarty Associates is a broad-based consulting firm providing services to governmental agencies, public bodies, corporate and business entities, and the general public. They also offer construction management for clients that require a higher level of assistance. If there's a construction project in your future, McCarty Associates can take your vision and help make it reality. Visit McCartyAssociates.com for a complete list of their services.
We've been growing since 1946. As your Kubota dealer, Our focus is to help you grow today and into the future. Stop by one of our locations today, visit with our folks, and see our entire lineup of Kubota products.
Our business is helping you grow. Maxler Tractor.
Snappy Tomato Pizza. Are you hungry for a deal that really delivers? Snappy Tomato Pizza's got you covered. Right now, grab a large one-topping pizza and a refreshing 2-liter of Pepsi for just $12.99. That's dinner made easy and delicious. Order online at snappytomato.com or make it even easier. Download the Snappy app and fresh hot pizza is just a tap away. Snappy Tomato Pizza, fresh, hot, snappy.
Snappy delivery.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 350,000 participants here in Ohio who take part in high school sports.
The Fairfield Athletic Boosters are proud to sponsor this coverage of the Fairfield Lions. The Athletic Boosters work hard behind the scenes to encourage their teams to do their best. The Lions understand this and are dedicated to doing just that. Congratulations! Your hard work and drive show through. Whether basketball, volleyball, baseball, or any other sport, the Fairfield Athletic Boosters say good luck, Lions and Lady Lions.
5 kills. Moon had 4, May had 1. Moon did also have 3 aces. May had 1 ace, and Bales had 1 ace. That's a look at your offensive stats from the first set. Lots more sports to come yet this week on C103 and 99.5 The Edge. Of course, the Ohio State Buckeyes at Wisconsin this Saturday. And OU will be facing off against Northern Illinois. By the way, Lady Bearcats, the first serve, Collier going for the attack, and it's good. Maya Collier gets her 3rd total kill. And Rummer will step back to serve again. So Lady Bearcats picking up right where they left off. They've got some pretty powerful hitting. Rummer serves this one into the back row, received by Moon. Stallhut tries the dump. I think they're going to call it an illegal hit, maybe. Yep. All right. So Rummer will step back to serve again. Received in the back row by Moon. Stallhut sets it to May. May tries an off-speed attack. That didn't work. Heiss to, that was Dye with a floor attack. That was also saved. Now back over to Lady Bearcats. Dye setting it to Conley, blocked at the net. But now Collier tried a little dink. That didn't work. May was able to return it. Conley now being set up for the attack. That was blocked at the net by Cannon. That was nice. But then the Lady Bearcats get the kill. Who had that kill? Collier. Collier got that kill. That's her 4th kill. So Rummer back to serve again. Clips the net, and that ends up being an ace. Those are always tough. 2nd ace of the match for Rummer. She had 1 in the first set as well. Lady Bearcats already out to a 4-point lead. Lady Lions kind of back on their heels here this evening at home. Rummer serves this one into the back row, and it's going to be another ace. As that ends up out of bounds off the Lady Lions. 2nd ace in a row for Rummer, her 3rd total in the match. Five-point lead for Lady Bearcats. 5-0 in our second set. They also lead the match 1-0. And there's another ace for Rummer. I look for the timeout. Yep, there it is. Fairfield Lady Lions will call the timeout as they trail it 6-0 in the second set of the match. They also trail the match 1-0 to the Lady Bearcats. We're back right after this on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV, presented by CMT Components.
C103 99.5 The Edge and Good Guys Radio TV are your source for everything local. From Shack Basketball
Shot by Osborne, 3 on the buzzer!
Wow.
to Shack Baseball.
Wells is going to drive. He makes it. He's safe.
Western Brown Football
Throws it towards the end zone, and it's complete.
to Shack Volleyball.
Hatton for the kill, it's good.
Local fairs, festivals, and more.
Ire to the finish line.
Crosses the line to get the victory.
Never miss a moment with C103 99.5 The Edge and Good Guys Radio TV.
The winner of this match will face off against the winner of our other match on 99.5 The Edge, Belpre and Lynchburg Clay. The winner of that one, again, faces off the winner of this match. That would be next Tuesday, October 21st. We hope it's the Fairfield Lady Lions. But Lady Bearcats proving to be a tough opponent. The timeout worked as Rummer will serve that one a little strong. Ends up out the backside for a service error. The Lady Lions are on the board, and May will step back to serve. Georgia May with the serve. Comes into the back row to Die. The set by Rummer, and an off-speed attack by Conley doesn't work. Lady Lions save it. Moon with the attack. That's saved in the back row by Die. Now a floor attack by Conley to Moon. Stallhut will set it back to Moon for the kill, and it's good. Remy Moon gets her first kill in this set, her 5th total in the match. May back to serve again. Her team trailing by 4. Received in the back row by Conley. Die with the set, and Conley on the attack is good. Nevi Conley gets her 7th kill in the match, her first one in this set. And Collier steps back to serve. Collier serves this one into the back row. Bales receives, well, tried to receive it. That ends up as an ace. Second ace of the match for Collier, her first one in this set. Maya Collier back to serve again. She's had 8 total serves now in the match, her second one in this set. Received in the back row by May. Stallhut to Moon. Moon with a floor attack. And that ends up working out as Moon gets kill number 6. Trailing by 5. Substitution as Bales will come out. The libero Cannon will check in. Jones will check into the front row. Back to serve is Cannon. Cannon serves this one into the back row and gets an ace. Addison Cannon getting her first ace of the match. Lady Lions trail by 4 with Cannon serving. Back to serve for her second time. And an overpass, no attempt for an overkill there. Stallhut will set it to Moon for the attack. Saved in the back row by Die. A dump attempt by Spangler. That doesn't work. And now Moon with an attack gets blocked. Yep, point's going to end up with the Bearcats. Conley will step back to serve. And I believe there was the libero came back in on the side of the Lady Lions. That's Bales. Stallhut setting Moon up for an outside attack, and it's good. Moon gets kill number 7. As that time, Lady Lions were quickly able to break the serve. They've been struggling with that in this match. Maynard will serve, the junior. Serves into the back row, and that's going to end up being an ace. So that'll end up out of bounds off of the Lady Bearcats. So the Lady Lions are back within 3. They trail it 9-6 in our second set of the match. They trail the match 1-0 to the Lady Bearcats. Received in the back row there by Young, and they'll set it up for an attack. Nice, powerful attack by Karis Dye. That's her second kill. So Lady Bearcats back on top by 4. And serving will be Melissa Heiss. Heiss had 1 ace in the first set. This time, though, it'll be short in the net for a service error. And the serve will go right back over to the Lady Lions with Moon stepping back to serve. Fairfield trailing by 3. Moon returns the favor. Her service error will drop short in the net. And now serving is going to be Spangler. First, though, Collier checking back in to replace Young, the libero. on the side of the Lady Bearcats. Spangler. Well, she'll also drop it short in the net for a service error. Out will go Jones. In will come Cannon for the Lady Lions. And serving will be Bales. Bales serves this one to Heiss in the back row. Dye with a touch. Spangler will have to free pass. Oh, a campfire on the side of the Lady Lions as they watched it drop. So the point scores off of a free pass by Dye. And Dye will step back to serve. Or maybe that was Spangler. I'm not sure who that was with that free pass. Doesn't matter. It scored a point. Setting up for the attack. That was Cannon on the attack. Lady Bearcats able to return it. Now May will punch it into the back row. They'll set Conley up for an attack. Nice dig by Moon. May attacking. Back to Heiss. Actually ended up with a free pass. Now Conley will attack, and that one's good, or did it go out? It went out. A little too strong, so the point will score for the Lady Lions. All right, Stallhut will step back to serve for Fairfield. Paisley Stallhut, the sophomore. She is the setter for the Lady Lions. Stallhut punches this one into the back row to Dye. Now the set to Collier for the attack. Saved by Moon. May will attack for Fairfield. Comes over to Heiss. And then the set to Conley, and it's good. Nevy Conley gets kill number 8. By the way, Rummer does most of the setting duties for the Lady Bearcats. And Rummer will serve. 10 total serves in this match for Rummer. She leads all servers on both teams. Moon receives it. Stallhut will set it, and a free pass by May. Heiss tries the dump. They're calling for a double hit. Point will go to Fairfield. May will now serve for the Lady Lions. Lady Lions trail it by 3, 13-10 the score in our second set of the match. Lady Bearcats lead the match 1-0. Clips the net, received by Conley in the back row. Rummer sets it to Conley. She tries the off-speed attack. That was saved. Moon with a free pass. They'll set it up to Conley for another attack. Bales with a dig in the back row. Stallhut to Moon for an attack. Conley saves it. Back to Conley for an attack. That one's good. Nevy Conley gets kill number 9. That's her third kill in this set, and Collier will serve. 9 total serves for Collier in the match. This will be her third one in this set. Collier drops it in the front row to Moon. Stallhut back to Moon. She'll try a floor attack. Collier saves it in the back row. It's going to be a free pass by Conley. Actually, maybe should have called that an off-speed attack. It didn't work, but an attack back the other direction is good, and I think that one was Cannon on the kill there. Cannon, by the way, will serve as somebody came back in. I believe that was Jones coming into the front row. Cannon serves it, and a free pass back to Jones. She tries the overkill. Sorry, it was an overpass to an overkill. It didn't work. Jones tries a block against Spangler. That also did not work. Lady Bearcats able to keep it alive. Now Moon attacking, and it's good as it goes out of bounds off of Rummer. Moon gets kill number 8, and Cannon will serve. Lady Lions back within 2. 14-12 the score. Received in the back row by Dye. Conley gets a touch and returned by Rummer. Stallhut will set Moon for an attack, and it's good. Remy Moon gets kill number 9. The Lady Lions are back within 1. They could tie it for the first time in the match and maybe even get their first lead of the match. Cannon with the serve. Comes into the back row to Dye. Rummer sets it up for Conley, and it ends up out of bounds on the attack. Point will go to Fairfield. The Lady Lions have tied it up at 14 all, and the Lady Bearcats call the timeout. We'll take one as well. We're back right after this on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV, presented by CMT Components.
Your plan is ready. It's time to build. At CMT Components, we design and manufacture quality building materials for your custom job. If you need metal panels and trim, trusses, or even a complete pole barn package, we do it all, including delivering right to your job site. To get started, call us at 937-446-3400. You can also check us out online or stop by our office in Sardinia, Ohio to discuss your plans today. Let's get building.
Welcome back courtside, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to thank some more of our season sponsors, including CR Deals, where every trip is a winning hand. Spend the savings on name brands, big finds, and daily surprises. CR Deals, where you never gamble on savings. Also, Southern Hills Community Bank, with locations throughout the Shack. They want to wish all of the Shack athletes the best of luck in tournament action. That's Southern Hills Community Bank. Cannon with the serve, received in the back row by Dye. Quick touch there by Young, returned by Heiss with a free pass. Stallhut will set it up, not a very good set as Moon couldn't get it. Timing was off there. Point will end up going to the Lady Bearcats, so the timeout worked, and Caitlin Dyer will check in to replace Heiss. Back to serve is going to be Conley. Conley serves it to Bales and gets an ace. First ace of the match for Conley. Conley back to serve again. And it's another ace. Well placed. That one in the back corner. Nobody home on the side of the Lady Lions to get it. So the Lady Bearcats have jumped back out to a 3-point lead, 17-14 in our second set. Conley serving. Bales receives it in the back row. Stallhut will set it. On the attack is Moon, but it's too strong. Ends up out of bounds. And the point goes to the Lady Bearcats. Conley again serving. Her team on top by 4. Bales will receive it in the back row. Stallhut will set it. Moon with an off-speed. Free pass out of the back row by Conley. They'll set it up again for Moon to attack. That's no good. Conley with a touch. Young will return it. That comes over to Maynard. Stallhut sets it up for an attack by Moon that is good. Remy Moon gets kill number 10. Normally, more of the Lady Lions will attack, but so far in this one, it's been mostly Moon. Maynard with the serve. Young received it. Now the return off speed by Dye, but it ends up scoring a point. I have to admit, I looked down at the name there. Caitlin Dyer will now step back to serve. Her first serve in the match. Dyer serves that one in the back row to Bales. Stallhut will set Moon up for an attack, and this one is good. Remy Moon gets kill number 11. I believe 31 kills would be her game high this year. By the way, out came Caitlin Dyer. I think it was Heiss that came back in. So Moon now serving. And Spangler tries a dink at the net. That didn't work. Stallhut will have to return it. Comes over to Rummer. Now on the attack was Dye. Able to save that. The Lady Lions. May returns it. Goes to Conley. Now Rummer the set to Dye again. Nice save. Stallhut tries the dump. That doesn't work. Spangler on the attack. Bales with a dig in the back row. Stallhut sets it to May, but that one's too strong. It goes out of bounds, and the point goes to the Lady Bearcats of Paint Valley. Out will go the libero Young. In will come Collier. Maya Collier. And serving is Spangler. And Spangler gets an ace. As the Lady Lions built a campfire, and the Lady Lions will call the timeout. They trail by 5, 21-16. They also trail in the match as the Lady Bearcats lead at 1-0. We're back after this timeout on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV, presented by CMT Components.
In this community, they call the fire department when the days go bad and they don't know what to do.
There'll be a family member and will come up and give me a hug or shake my hand and say, hey, you took care of my dad X number of years ago, and they just wanted to say thank you and how much it meant to them. Things like that just keep me going. I'm ready to come back and do it again.
I try to take pride in every single thing that I do. When I'm needed in the community, I don't want them to ever think that I could have done more.
And that's the beauty of volunteers. There's nothing stronger than the heart of a volunteer.
The C103 Dirt Racing Tour will wrap up the season with back-to-back racing action from Atomic Speedway in a couple of weeks. That'll be October 24th and 25th. Be sure to tune in for all the dirt track racing action right here on C103. We'll also have our 23rd annual SATH Radiothon on Monday, October 20th. And a service air that time for the Lady Bearcats. I believe that was Collier serving. All right, so back to serve will be Bales on the side of the Lady Lions. Spangler will receive it. Romer with the set to Dyer. Nice save by Maynard. Stallhut tries the dump. That doesn't work. They'll set it back up to Dyer attacking again. Moon with a dig this time. Stallhut tries a floor attack. Spangler receives it. Dyer for another attack. Bales with a save, but nobody there for a second hit. And that will end up scoring a kill for Karis Dyer. Or Dye, I'm sorry. There's Dye and Dyer. So Dye also back to serve. Received by Maynard. And May to Moon for the free pass. Comes over to Collier. They'll set it up to Collier for the attack. Saved by Moon. Stallhut sets it to May. Off-speed attack to Conley. Actually more of a free pass. Now Conley on the attack, and it's good. Nevi Conley gets her 10th kill. That would be her 4th kill in this set. 10th kill in the match. Dye back to serve. 23-17. Dye serves this one to Maynard. Stallhut will set it. Floor attack from the back row by Moon, and it's good. Remy Moon gets kill number 12. Less of a hole this time for the Lady Lions to dig out of, but they need to come alive here or they are going to trail in this match 2-0. Stallhut serves it to Spangler. Rumer will set it to Conley. Blocked at the net by Cannon. Nice block. Second block in the match by Cannon. Point scores for Fairfield. 23-19 the score with Stallhut serving. Stallhut serves it to Spangler. Rummer tried the dump, but there to block it was Cannon. So, they're going to say illegal hit or Cannon was in the net. One of the two. I'm not sure which it was. But the point does go to the Bearcats, and Rummer will step back to serve. And it is set point for the Lady Bearcats, 24-19. It's a service error as that one was a little bit strong. Ends up out of bounds. Lady Lions will stay alive, and May will serve. Georgia May needs about 4 aces right here. That one's not going to be it. Dye receives it in the back row. They'll set it up for Conley to attack. She'll drop that one short in the net, and Fairfield gets the point. May back to serve again. Her team trailing by 3, but remember, it is set point for the Bearcats. So Lady Lions cannot make any mistakes. Conley with a free pass. Stallhut to Cannon. Now Maynard free passes. Back over. Heiss tries the dump. That doesn't work. Moon will set it to Stallhut for a floor attack. And able to save it. Collier returns it to Bales. That was a floor attack. Now they'll set Moon up for attack, but it's blocked at the net, and the Lady Bearcats get the victory, 25-21 this time. Paint Valley now leading the match, 2-0. We'll take a break. We're back with our third set right after this on the Shack Sports Network, C103 and Good Guys Radio TV, presented by CMT Components.
Creating a memorial to honor a lost loved one is a time-honored tradition. Whether it's a graveside monument, a cremation monument, or a pet memorial, the craftsmen at People's Monument Company will walk you through every step of the process, from concept to completion. Visit People's Monument Company, located on North Main Street in Peebles, and online at peoplesmonument.com. Choose People's Monument Company because sharing the life story of a loved one with those who matter most isn't just important today, it's important forever.
What's one of our shows that our listeners love the most?
Yeah, I got a couple things here to sell today.
That's right. It's the Trash and Treasure Trading Post on C103 weekdays starting at 12:30 p.m.
Oh, yes, I'm a private collector.
Get your items on the air by calling 937-544-9722. You can also try out the mailbag items. It's $2 a day, $5 for 3 days. Mail your listings to P.O. Box 103, West Union, Ohio, 45693.
Got a lot of other miscellaneous, too.
And we'll help you turn your trash into treasure.
McCarty Associates is an architecture, engineering, and surveying firm serving Southern Ohio for more than 60 years. McCarty Associates is a broad-based consulting firm providing services to governmental agencies, public bodies, corporate and business entities, and the general public. They also offer construction management for clients that require a higher level of assistance. If there's a construction project in your future, McCarty Associates can take your vision and help make it reality. Visit McCartyAssociates.com for a complete list of their services.
We've been growing since 1946. As your Kubota dealer, our focus is to help you grow today and into the future. Stop by one of our locations today, visit with our folks, and see our entire lineup of Kubota products.
Our business is helping you grow. Maxler Tractor.
That matchup would be next Tuesday, October 21st. And again, we were hoping for Lynchburg and Fairfield facing off each other. That game will happen at Wellston High School. We will broadcast it on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV. All right, Lady Bearcats again leading this one 3-0. Taking a look at your stats for the Bearcats, I had Dye with 2 kills in that set. Collier with 2 kills in that set. Conley with 4 kills in that set. So less offensive stats on the side of the Paint Valley Lady Bearcats. Might be tiring out a little bit on some of those outside hits, but the Fairfield Lady Lions still coming out short side. They did get more kills, but it's mostly Remy Moon. They need May to come alive, Cannon, Jones. Everybody else is going to have to start getting some kills. Moon did have a total of 8 kills in that set. Gives her 12 total. Cannon had 1 kill. And then also Cannon with an ace, and Maynard had an ace. By the way, Lady Bearcats had a couple of aces as well. Spangler had an ace. Conley had a couple. We'll come back to that. Conley on the attack starts things off where she left off with a kill. Navy Conley gets her 11th kill in the match, her first one in this set. Back to serve is Rummer. And that one ends up out of bounds off of an attack. I apologize. That was the Lady Lions attacking. So I forgot to color code my stats from that set. So back to serve again is Rummer, her second serve. This one received in the back row by Bales. May will set it. Moon will have to free pass, but a campfire on the side of the Lady Bearcats, or a little bit of a miscue, actually. It came off one of the players before hitting the floor. Coming in will be Jones. Out will go Bales. And serving will be Cannon. Cannon gets an ace. That one just clips the top of the net. Not a pretty way to get an ace, but it works. And that's going to be another ace for Cannon. Two aces in a row and two serves for Cannon. Back to serve for a third time. The Lady Lions have their first lead of the entire match, 3-2. Heiss attacking, and it's good. Melissa Heiss gets her first kill. Bales back in. Out will go Cannon. That's on the side of the Lady Lions, and serving for the Lady Bearcats will be Collier. Collier serves this one, almost ended up with an ace. Moon tries the dump, and it works. Remy Moon will give her a kill for that dump. So serving now will be Maynard. Allie Maynard with her first serve in this set. 6 total serves in the match. Received in the back road by Dye. Rummer to Conley for the attack, and it's good. Nevy Conley with kill number 12. Outside hit for Conley. Checking in is going to be Dyer. Out will go Heiss. Dyer will go into the outside hit position in the front row. Conley back to serve. Serves this one in the back row to Maynard. Stallhut will set it to Moon for the attack. A little bit too strong. That one goes out of bounds. Actually, I think that was May on the attack that time. So hard to tell the difference between the two. They look so similar, and one of them is number 6, one's number 9, so the number doesn't help any either. And that's going to be an ace for Conley off that serve. That is her third ace in the match, first one in this set. And another one. Nevy Conley, the senior, having quite the night. Steps back for her 10th serve. She has 4 total aces and 12 kills. Conley serves to Bales in the back row. Stallhut will set it up for an attack by Moon, and it's good. 14 kills now for Remy Moon. Moon will also have the serve. Well, this will only be the 8th serve in the match for Moon. Cannon has 1 more than her, and tied would be May. That one ends up out of bounds for a service error. Fairfield Lady Lions are struggling. Dyer serving for the Lady Bearcats. That'll be received by Bales. Stallhut will set it up to May for the attack. Young with the save in the back row. Dye will set it. Dye on the attack off the set by Rummer. Now May punches it into the back row to Dyer. And then Dye on the attack is good. It goes out of bounds off the attempted block by Jones. Karis Dye gets her 4th kill, and that will put the Lady Bearcats on top by 4, 9-5, the score in our third set. Lady Bearcats lead the match 2-0. Dyer serving again. Stallhut will set it to May. She'll free pass. Back over to Dye. Rummer to Dye for another free pass. Stallhut tries the dump. Conley saves it. Now Spangler on the attack, but that is, they're going to call that 4 hits. All right, so Bales will serve. Back in is Cannon. On the other side, Heiss will check back in. Bales with the serve, received by Conley. Spangler with the set to Dye, saved by Stallhut. Oh, Moon tried to punch it into the back row, but it dropped short in the net, and that scores a point for the Lady Bearcats. Young will step back to serve. Out will go Spangler. In will come Collier. Young serving. Goes into the back row to Moon. Stallhut will set it. And on the attack was May. That was saved. Dye will attack, and it's good as it drops on the Fairfield side off Cannon's block. Dye gets her 5th kill. Young to serve again. Aaliyah Young, another one of the seniors. Young serves it across to Maynard. Stallhut will set it, and Moon for the free pass to Young. Now Rummer to Dye, ends up strong. Ends up out of bounds, and the point will go to Fairfield. Stallhut will serve for the Lady Lions. Lady Lions trailing by 4, 11-7 the score. Stallhut serves it across, received in the back row by, I think it was Heiss. And a little dink at the net by Dye. That doesn't work. Moon will return with a free pass to Collier. Rummer will set it to Dye for the attack, and it's good. Karis Dye has now come alive as she has her 3rd kill in this set to give her a total of 6 in the match. Dye now has the serve. Dye, another one of the seniors on the side of the Lady Bearcats. Stallhut will set it, and Moon with a back row attack. That's no good. Collier with a free pass, or an off-speed attack, I should say. A dump attempt by Cannon. That doesn't work. Young will drop it short on the attempted floor attack, and the point will score for Fairfield. Spangler back in, replacing Young. May will step back to serve. 9 total serves in the match for May, her first in this set. And that's a overpass in the back row, but no attempt for an overkill. Cannon will punch it into the back row. Collier with a free pass. That comes over to Moon. Stallhut will set Moon for an attack, and it's good. Remy Moon gets her 15th kill. Georgia May back to serve again. Her team trailing by 3, 12-9 the score. Goes into the back row to Heiss. Collier to Conley. Conley with a floor attack. That's saved. Now on the attack, Moon, and it's good. Remy Moon gets kill number 16 with May serving. Lady Lions trailing by 2, 12-10 the score. And a free pass back to Cannon, and she'll get a floor attack to work for the kill. That was, let's see, that one ended up hitting me. So that was Cannon, I think, with the floor attack. That'll be her 2nd kill, and May will serve. 11 total serves for May. This one goes into the back row to Spangler. Rumor will set it, and Collier on the attack. It ends up out of bounds. So the point will score for the Lady Lions, and they have tied it up at 12 all with May serving. So Lady Lions could get what would be, I think, only their 2nd lead of the match. And they do with an ace. Make it 13-12. And the Bearcats call the timeout as the Lady Lions have regained the lead. 13-12 the score in our 3rd set. The Bearcats lead the match 2-0. We're back right after this on the Shack Sports Network, C103, and Good Guys Radio TV, presented by CMT Components.
Snappy Tomato Pizza. Are you hungry for a deal that really delivers? Snappy Tomato Pizza's got you covered. Right now, grab a large 1-topping pizza and a refreshing 2-liter of Pepsi for just $12.99. That's dinner made easy and delicious. Order online at snappytomato.com or make it even easier. Download the Snappy app and fresh hot pizza is just a tap away. Snappy Tomato Pizza, fresh, hot, snappy. Snappy delivery.
The innocence of youth.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Fairfield Lady Lions trying to stay alive in this match. They have to get a victory in this set or they are done for the year. So they are fighting back again as they trail to the Lady Bearcats in the set, or in the match, I'm sorry, 2-0. May with the serve. They're going to set it up to Conley for the attack. Nice save in the back row by May. Stallhut to Moon. Moon with an off-speed attack. That doesn't work. Collier saves it to Conley. Bales with a save in the back row. Stallhut to Moon for the attack, and that one's good. Remy Moon gets kill number 17. Young comes back in, replacing Spangler on the side of the Lady Bearcats. And May will step back to serve again. 14 total serves now for Georgia May. Lady Lions lead it by 2. Young receives it. Rumor will set it to Conley for the attack, and it's good. Nevi Conley gets her 13th kill. She leads all of the Bearcats with kills with 13. She also leads the team on the season with 127. Rumor serves it over to, or Rummer, I'm sorry, to May. Moon with a free pass. Back over to Dye. They'll set Collier up for the attack. Saved by May. Now Moon with a floor attack. That was to Rummer. And Conley drops that one short. Try to dink at the net, and the point goes to the Lady Lions. Bales goes out. Jones comes in, and Cannon will step back to serve. Lady Lions lead it by 2. Comes over to Conley. Collier with a touch. Conley with a floor attack. That's saved by May. Now Moon with an attack, but it's too strong. It goes out of bounds, and the point goes to the Lady Bearcats. Cannon goes out. Bales comes back in. On the other side, Spangler comes in. Young goes out, and Collier serves, or steps back to serve. Here's the serve by Collier, and that one's a tough one. Moon will end up with a free pass back over to Collier. Now Conley on the attack, and it's good. Nevi Conley gets kill number 14. That'll tie it up at 15 all. Collier serving. Again, the Bearcats could win the match with a victory in this set. Received by Maynard. Stallhut will set it to Moon with an off-speed attack, and it's good. Kill number 18 for Remy Moon. Maynard now will step back to serve on the side of the Lady Lions as we trade the lead back and forth. Lions back on top by 1. Maynard serves it across, received by Conley, and at the net, Rummer tried a dump. That did not work, and the point will score for the Lady Lions. Maynard serving again. Comes into the back row to Collier. They'll set it up to Spangler for an off-speed, saved by Moon. Stallhut sets it back to Moon for a floor, actually more of a free pass. And now on the attack, Conley, a little too strong this time. It ends up out of bounds, and the point scores for the Lady Lions. They lead it now by 3 with Maynard serving. Collier came out as somebody came back in. I believe that might have been Dye who receives it. Conley for the attack, and it's good. Nevi Conley, kill number 15. Caitlin Dyer will check back in. Conley will serve. Dyer will go into the front row, replacing Heiss. Conley serves it, received by Bales. Stallhut will set it. Floor attack, well, free pass really by Moon, but it ends up scoring. There's nobody there. She was able to find a hole in the defense. I won't give her a kill for that one, but Moon will have the serve. And the Lions on top by 3. Moon serving it across to Rummer, and now attacking is Dye. That's blocked at the net by Jones. First successful block for Jones that I've scored. And we're going to have a timeout called. Yeah, timeout called by the Lady Bearcats as they now trail it by 4. I believe that's the largest lead of the match for the Lions. 20-16 the score in the third set. Lions on top. Bearcats lead the match 2-0. We're back after this on the Shack Sports Network, C103, and Good Guys Radio TV, presented by CMT Components.
Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 350,000 participants here in Ohio who take part in high school sports.
The Fairfield Athletic Boosters are proud to sponsor this coverage of the Fairfield Lions. The Athletic Boosters work hard behind the scenes to encourage their teams to do their best. The Lions understand this and are dedicated to doing just that. Congratulations! Your hard work and drive showed through. Whether basketball, volleyball, baseball, or any other sport, the Fairfield Athletic Boosters say good luck, Lions and Lady Lions.
Gets her 7th kill. That is her 4th one in this set. And then Caitlin Dyer will serve. Dyer will drop that one short in the net for a service error. The point will go to the Lady Lions. In will come Cannon. Out will go Jones. On the other side, Heiss will come in. And out will go Dyer. Bales with the serve. Spangler will set it to Dye. Kind of a soft attack. It did not work. Now Moon attacking from the back row. Dye received that one. They'll set it back to Dye. This time she puts some power behind it, and Karis Dye gets her 8th kill. Karis Dye will also have the serve, but first, out they're going to sub. So Spangler goes out, Collier comes in, and Young will serve. Only the 3rd serve in the match for Aaliyah Young, and she gets an ace. First ace of the match for Young. Lady Bearcats back within 2. That one will drop short in the net for a service error. So that'll put the Lady Lions back on top by 3, and Stallhut will serve. Only the 7th total serve in the match for Stallhut. And she gets an ace. First ace for Stallhut. Makes it 23-19 the score. You'll know that number if you're a Monsters Inc. fan. Stallhut with the serve. Conley receives it in the back row. Young will set it. And a behind-the-head hit by Collier with a free pass. Stallhut will now set it. And Moon with a back row attack. Overpass by Conley. Lady Lions not able to take advantage of that. But Karis Dye is able to get her 9th kill. Lady Bearcats get the serve back, trailing by 3. Dye will step back to serve this time. Dye serves it into the back row. Moon receives it. Stallhut will set it. And the return by May. Free pass over to Young. Heiss oversets it. Got it too close to the net. Nobody there at Campfire on the side of the Lady Bearcats. And the point will score for the Lady Lions. And Georgia May will step back to serve for the 15th time in the match. It is set point as Young receives it. Conley on the attack. And that ends up working out for Conley. Kill number 16. And the Lady Bearcats will stay alive, trailing by 3 with Rummer serving. Rummer back to serve for the 15th time in the match. Moon receives it. Stallhut sets Moon for an attack. It's blocked at the net. And Conley now returning it, and it's good. Nope, it went out. Okay, so the point does score for Fairfield. They do get a victory, 25-20. The score in our second set as the Fairfield Lady Lions will stay alive. We move to the 4th set, but the Lady Bearcats lead it 2-1. We're back right after this with set number 4 on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV, presented by CMT Components.
C103, 99.5 The Edge, and Good Guys Radio TV are your source for everything local. From Shack Basketball
Shot by Osborne, 3 on the buzzer!
Wow. To Shack Baseball.
Wells is going to try. He makes it. He's safe.
Western Brown Football.
Throws it towards the end zone, and it's complete.
To Shack Volleyball.
Hatton for the kill. It's good.
Local fairs, festivals, and more.
Ire to the finish line.
Crosses the line to get the victory.
Never miss a moment with C103, 99.5 The Edge, and Good Guys Radio TV.
Your plan is ready. It's time to build. At CMT Components, we design and manufacture quality building materials for your custom job. If you need metal panels and trim, trusses, or even a complete pole barn package, we do it all, including delivering right to your job site. To get started, call us at 937-446-3400. You can also check us out online or stop by our office in Sardinia, Ohio to discuss your plans today. Let's get building.
In this community, they call the fire department when things go bad and they don't know what to do.
There'll be a family member and will come up and give me a hug or shake my hand and say, hey, you took care of my dad X number of years ago. And they just wanted to say thank you and how much it meant to them. Things like that just keep me going. I'm ready to come back and do it again.
I try to take pride in every single thing that I do. When I'm needed in the community, I don't want them to ever think that I could have done more.
And that's the beauty of volunteers. There's nothing stronger than the heart of a volunteer.
Creating a memorial to honor a lost loved one is a time-honored tradition. Whether it's a graveside monument, a cremation monument, or a pet memorial, the craftsmen at People's Monument Company will walk you through every step of the process, from concept to completion. Visit People's Monument Company, located on North Main Street in Peebles, and online at peoplesmonument.com. Choose People's Monument Company because sharing the life story of a loved one with those who matter most isn't just important today, it's important forever.
Welcome back courtside, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at some of your offensive stats from set number 3. Looking at the Fairfield Lady Lions, total of 18 kills in the match for Remy Moon, as she had 6 in that set. Also, Addison Cannon had 1 kill in that set. But again, overall, the Fairfield Lady Lions not getting a whole lot of kills in this match. Where on the flip side, you've got Conley with a total of 16, as she had 6 as well in that particular set. Karis Dye had 6 as well. Give her a total of 9. I believe we are ready for set number 4. Again, Fairfield Lady Lions have got to win out this match in order to advance to play against Lynchburg Clay. Whereas the Paint Valley Lady Bearcats need just 1 victory to move on. I believe Lady Bearcats will have the first serve. Yeah, Lady Bearcats will have the first serve. Back to serve is going to be Rummer. This will be her 16th total serve in the match. I believe that ties up with May, who leads on the side of the Lady Lions. Free pass back over to Lady Bearcats. Now Conley attacking, and it's good. Nevi Conley picks up right where she left off. That'll give her 17 total kills. Rummer serving. Well, that one will drop short in the net for a service error. Point will go to the Lady Lions, and May will step back to serve. This will be her 16th serve. Serves that one across to Young. It's an overpass, but Moon could not capitalize. She tried for an overkill, but dropped it short. So the point goes to Lady Bearcats, and Collier will serve. Collier serving that one across to Bales, receiving. Stallhut sets Moon up, tries the off speed. That doesn't work. Conley saved it. Now Conley with a floor attack. That was saved and returned by Moon. Tries to catch a defensive hole. That doesn't work. A little dink by Spangler also doesn't work. Now Moon, another off-speed attack. That was saved in the back row by Rummer. Then an attack back to Bales. Now Moon attacking a long volley, and Remy Moon finally gets her 19th kill. Back to serve is going to be Cannon. 11 total serves in the match for Cannon. That one comes across and it scores an ace. Third ace for Addison Cannon. She had 1 in the second, 1 in the third, now 1 in the fourth. Fairfield leading it 3-2, and another ace for Cannon. That'll give her 4 total aces. She'll lead the Lions in aces. Bearcats have 2 players with 4 aces, Rummer and Conley. Cannon serving again, received by Collier. And now not really a free pass at all. It was more of a floor attack, as finding a hole was Conley. We'll give her a kill for that one. Young back in, also Dyer back in, and Conley will serve. That's received and overpassed, and it ends up working out. That was May who received it and overpassed it, but it scored a point for the Lady Lions. Maynard will now serve. Lady Lions lead it 5-3. Maynard serving for the Lady Lions. Goes into the back row to Young. Spangler will set Dye up for an off speed. That was returned at the net by Jones. Now that was May with an off speed. Back to Dye for an attack, and it's good. Karis Dye gets her 10th kill. Bearcats trailing by 1 will send Dyer back to serve. Dyer serving that one and getting an ace. First ace of the match for Dyer. Dyer back to serve again. And that might be another ace. It is. Caitlin Dyer with 2 aces in a row puts her team back on top by 1, 6-5. Dyer serves this one across to May. Moon with a free pass. Now to Spangler, and a joust at the net with Jones. And it looks like ultimately, with a floor attack, Lady Lions are going to score a point. Moon will step back to serve. Heiss will come in to replace Dyer. And again, Remy Moon will serve. We're tied at 6-all. Overpass by Heiss, came back over to Moon. Stallhut to May for the attack. Received by Conley. Now on the return was Dye. Moon with a back row attack to Young with the save. Dye with a floor attack. Stallhut sets it. On the attack is May. Georgia May gets her 2nd kill. She's been a little bit quiet in this match, but of course some of it could be mistakes on my part. Because sometimes I'll think it's Moon when actually it's May. Moon will serve. Received by Heiss. Oh, nice overpass for an overkill to Jones. Give the freshman Bailey Jones her first kill. And that will put the Fairfield Lady Lions on top by 2 with Moon serving. 8-6 the score. Moon serving it across to Conley. Rummer will set it to Spangler for the attack. Saved in the back row by Maynard. Free pass off of Moon. Rummer, a little bit of an overpass there, sets up the overkill for Jones if it stayed in. Did it? It did. All right. No, it was out of bounds. Okay. Point did score for Paint Valley as Young will step back to serve. So Young serving that one across to Bales on the receiving. Now May with a floor attack. That was kept alive by Heiss, returned by Collier. Stallhut will set it. Back row attack by Moon. Collier. Now Dye attacking, blocked by Jones. Back to Dye again for another attack, but this time it's short in the net. And the point scores for the Fairfield Lady Lions. Two-point lead for Fairfield. Cannon comes back in to replace Jones. And Bales will serve. Bale serves it across to Young. Now the set to Dye for the attack. It's a little wide, ends up out the side, and the point scores for Fairfield. Bales back to serve again. Rumor will set it to Conley. Blocked the net by Cannon. A little bit of a joust there. Cannon returns it. Now a dump attempt by Rummer. And May gets another kill for the Lady Lions. Kill number 3. Bales back to serve again. 9 total serves in the match for Bales. Fourth in this set. Collier on the attack. Saved in the back row by Maynard. Now a back row attack is good by Remy Moon. That's 20 kills for Moon. Bearcats not calling the timeout yet. Bales back to serve again. If they score this time, I bet we're going to see a timeout. Bales serves it across to Heiss. Dye will set it to Collier for the free pass. Comes over to Stallhut. Moon, and then May at the net with an off-speed, gets a kill. 4 kills for May. There's the timeout by the Bearcats as they have dropped to a 13-7 score with Fairfield leading. But the Bearcats still lead the match 2-1. We're back after this on the Shack Sports Network, C103 and Good Guys Radio TV, presented by CMT Components.
What's one of our shows that our listeners love the most?
Yeah, I got a couple things here to sell today.
That's right. It's the Trash and Treasure Trading Post on C103 weekdays starting at 12:30 p.m.
Oh, yes, I'm a private collector.
Get your items on the air by calling 937-544-9722. You also try out the mailbag items. It's $2 a day, $5 for 3 days. Mail your listings to P.O. Box 103, West Union, Ohio, 45693.
Got a lot of other miscellaneous, too.
And we'll help you turn your trash into treasure.
Gentlemen, be sure to stick with me for the post game. We will talk to head coach Cameron Dalton in the ACRMC Family Medicine Coaches Comment Show. I'll also name a Snappy Tomato Pizza Player of the Match. Sunday on 99.5 The Edge, 6:45 pregame, 8:15 kickoff for the Cincinnati Bengals. They'll be facing off against Pittsburgh. That's this Sunday on 99.5 The Edge. Or is that Saturday? They have a Saturday game? Just looking at the date. Might be. Anyway, at the net, dropping that one short was Dye, and the point will go. Oh, the Bengals are on Thursday night. How about that? All right. Had to look at the date. So Thursday night game for the Bengals this week. All right, Cannon will set it. May punches it down the net. That doesn't work. Dye gets it. Now back to Dye for the attack. Dug out in the back row by Maynard. Now on the attack is May. It ends up short in the net, and the point will score for the Lady Bearcats. Spangler comes back in as Young goes out, and Dye will step back to serve. Dye with the serve. That'll be received in the back row by Bales. They'll set it up for May. An off-speed attack, and it's good. Georgia May gets kill number 5. Lady Lions leading at 15-8. Here in the 4th set of the match. Dye goes out. Young comes in, and Stallhut will serve for Fairfield. Stallhut serves that one across, received by Spangler. Rummer sets it, Conley attacking, but it's too strong. It goes out of bounds, and the point will score to Fairfield. So Lady Bearcats back on their heels a little bit in this 4th set. Again, they lead the match 2-1. 16-8 the score here in the 4th set. Spangler will receive it. Rummer will set it, and Conley attacking, and that's good. Nevy Conley gets kill number 19. And the Lady Bearcats trailing by 7 will send Rummer back to serve. Rummer serves that one. It's overpassed by Bales. Collier tried to take advantage, but it was saved. Stallhut returns it back to Spangler. They'll set Collier up again for an attack, but it's too strong. It goes out of bounds, and the point scores to the Lady Lions. Georgia May back to serve. She leads the Lions in serving with a total of 17 now. Spangler receives in the back row. Rummer sets it. Heiss with a free pass over to May. Stallhut sets Moon for an attack. Spangler, nice dig. To Conley now for an attack, but that one drops short in the net. The point scores for the Lady Lions. May back to serve again. 18-9 the score, Fairfield leading. May received by Young. Rummer sets it. Heiss with a floor attack, and it's good. Cannon tried to block it, and Heiss gets her second kill. Now Collier will serve for the Paint Valley Lady Bearcats. Collier serves, received in the back row by Bales. Stallhut will set it. Floor attack by Moon is short in the net, and the point goes to the Lady Bearcats. Back within 7, Collier serving. Collier serving that one across, a nice save by Moon. Spangler tries an attack, and it goes short in the net. Point scores for Fairfield. Jones back in, Bales goes out. Cannon will serve for the Lady Lions. 13 serves for Cannon. Serves that one across to Collier. Now they'll set it up for an attack by Spangler. That doesn't work. Lady Lion, well, they're not going to be able to return it, I don't think. Nope, that's 4 hits. So it does end up working out as a kill for Spangler. That'll be her 7th. By the way, Spangler had 6 kills in the first set. That's her first one since. Dyer comes back in. Also coming back in was Dye. Conley serving, by the way. Moon sets it to Stallhut for an off-speed attack. That doesn't work. Rummer to Dye for the attack, and it's good. Karis Dye gets kill number 11. Conley back to serve again. She does have 4 aces in this match. Serves that one, received by Bales. And now Moon on the attack, and it just barely stays in bounds for a kill. That would be 21 kills total from Moon. Serving is Maynard. Received by Collier. Rummer, the set, and a free pass off the hands of Dyer. Stallhut will set it up for the attack by Moon, but it's short in the net. Point goes to the Lady Bearcats. Both teams starting to get a little bit tired. Now checking in is going to be Brianna Winterrod. We haven't seen her since the first set. She'll replace Rummer, and serving is Dyer. Dyer serves this one to Bales in the back row. Stallhut will set it. Off-speed attack by Moon. That doesn't work, but an overpass will set it up for Moon to get an overkill. That'll be 22 kills now for Moon. Substitution as Heiss comes back in, replacing Dyer. And back to serve is Moon. 14 serves for Moon in this match. Conley with an overpass sets it up for an overkill by Jones, her second. 22-14 the score as Fairfield leads it. We're going to have Eidner checking in. Caitlin Eidner, the senior, in to replace May. She'll go into the front row, and Moon will step back to serve. Moon drops it short in the net for a service error. That will allow the Lady Bearcats to regain the serve with Young serving. By the way, I think that was Spangler went out. I think Dye came back in. Young serves it across to Bales. Stallhut the set and a back row attack. That is saved, and now Dye with a floor attack is good. Karis Dye gets kill number 12. Tough to get those floor attacks to work, and that one did. Young now serving for the Lady Bearcats. They trail by 6. Received in the back row by Maynard. Stallhut with the set. Moon with a free pass. Winterrod to Collier for the attack. It's out of bounds, and the point will go to Fairfield. Cannon back in for Jones. Bales will serve. 11 serves now for Bales. 23-16 the score, and received by Young. Collier with a free pass back over to Stallhut. They'll set Stallhut up for an attack, and Collier saves that one and returns it. Stallhut will now set it to Cannon for an attack. Winterrod with the save. Then Dye returning the other direction. Moon digs that one out, but nobody able to get a safe return for a free pass back. And the point goes to Paint Valley. 23-17 the score with Dye serving. Dye serves that one across, received by Maynard. Stallhut sets it. Cannon with a floor attack. Winterrod will set it. Conley on the attack. Bales with a dig. Stallhut to the floor attack by Moon. Dye could not return it, and Moon gets the kill. That would be her 23rd kill. I believe, again, 31 or 2 is her season high. Stallhut will serve again. Stallhut serves it across to Young, receiving in the back row. Winterrod to Conley for the attack. Saved by Moon. Stallhut back to Moon. Back row attack to Young. Winterrod tries the dump. That goes over to Moon. Stallhut sets it back to Moon with a free pass over to Collier. Now they'll set it up to Collier for an off-speed attack. Moon receives it. Stallhut sets it. Maynard returns it. Turning into a long volley here. Winterrod to Conley. Conley tries to punch it into a hole. That doesn't work. Stallhut returns it. Comes over to Heiss. Now Conley attacking, and this time it is good. Nevi Conley gets her 20th kill. Lady Bearcats will stay alive. Winterrod back to serve. It is set point, 24-18 the score, Fairfield leading. Winterrod serves it across to Maynard. And the return off the hands of Moon. It was a free pass. Winterrod to Conley for the attack. And nice save. Bales will return it. That was Moon with the save. Dye sets it to Collier for the return. It was a free pass. Stallhut sets it up to Cannon for the attack. Winterrod with a dig. Conley with an attack. Moon saves it. Stallhut dumps it. Comes back over. They'll set it to Conley for a floor attack. To Bales. Another long volley. Stallhut to Moon for a back row attack. To Dye. Saved by Winterrod. Returned by Collier. Almost getting a kill. She does. Took a few hits, but Maya Collier gets her 5th kill. Winterrod serving again as the Bearcats trail by 5, trying to stay alive in this set. Winterrod serves it across, received by Maynard in the back row. Stallhut to a back row attack by Moon. That's saved, and now Collier with a free pass. Stallhut with a dump, punches it into the back row, finds the hole, and Stallhut will get a kill out of that, and it'll be 25-19 your score in the 4th set as we will move to set number 5. We're tied at 2 apiece in the match. We're back right after this on the Shack Sports Network, C103, and Good Guys Radio TV, presented by CMT Components.
McCarty Associates is an architecture, engineering, and surveying firm serving Southern Ohio for more than 60 years. McCarty Associates is a broad-based consulting firm providing services to governmental agencies, public bodies, corporate and business entities, and the general public. They also offer construction management for clients that require a higher level of assistance. If there's a construction project in your future, McCarty Associates can take your vision and help make it reality. Visit McCartyAssociates.com for a complete list of their services.
We've been growing since 1946. As your Kubota dealer, our focus is to help you grow today and into the future. Stop by one of our locations today, visit with our folks, and see our entire lineup of Kubota products.
Our business is helping you grow. Maxler Tractor.
Snappy Tomato Pizza. Are you hungry for a deal that really delivers? Snappy Tomato Pizza's got you covered. Right now, grab a large one-topping pizza and a refreshing 2-liter of Pepsi for just $12.99. That's dinner made easy and delicious. Order online at snappytomato.com or make it even easier. Download the Snappy app and fresh hot pizza is just a tap away. Snappy Tomato Pizza, fresh, hot, snappy.
Snappy delivery.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 350,000 participants here in Ohio who take part in high school sports.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Both teams starting to show a little bit of a fatigue here as we are heading into the fifth set. Fairfield Lady Lions, by the way, winning the toss. So they will have the first serve, and this fifth set will be to only 15 points. Looking at stats, I have the Paint Valley Lady Bearcats. Karis Dye has a total of 12 kills. Maya Collier, a total of 5 kills. Nevi Conley, a total of 20 kills. And Spangler, a total of 7 kills, with Melissa Heiss, a total of 2 kills. On the side of the Fairfield Lady Lions, Remy Moon with 23 kills. Paisley Stallhut with 1. Georgia May with 5. Addison Cannon has 2. And Bailey Jones has 2. Those are, of course, your totals for the match. Serving first will be Georgia May. And by the way, she does lead with 19 total serves for the Lady Lions. That one received, and it's going to be an ace. So May starts off with an ace. Lady Lions have the first lead of the set. Serves that one across to Dye and gets another ace. 2 aces in a row for Georgia May. Gives her a total of 4 in the match. May will step back for her 21st serve in the match. This one received and overpassed by Heiss, but this time they are able to return it off the hands of Conley. Now Moon for the attack. Nice save in the back row by Dye. Stallhut tries to punch it into the back row. Spangler saves that one. Now Conley on the attack. Saved by Moon, but she couldn't get out of the way for her teammate to make a second hit. So that ended up as a kill. Who had that kill? Conley. All right, that's 21 kills for Conley. Back to serve again is Spangler. They're going to set Moon up for an attack. That one is saved. Conley attacking again, and she might get another kill. She does. Nevi Conley gets kill number 22. Serving again is Rummer. I think I said Spangler last time. I meant Rummer. That one received by Bales. Stallhut will set it. Moon on the attack. Dye receives it. Rummer sets it to Conley. Moon digs that one out. Stallhut back to Moon, but she'll drop it short on the attack, and the point will go to the Lady Bearcats. Lady Bearcats take the lead, 3-2. Rummer serving again. Rummer serves that one across, received by May. Stallhut will set Moon up. Tries the off speed, and it's a campfire on the side of the Lady Bearcats as they let it drop and we are tied at 3 apiece. Jones comes in, Bales goes out, Cannon steps back to serve. Cannon serves that one across to Conley. Conley now on the attack as well. That was saved by Cannon. Now Moon attacking. Dye saves it. Back to Conley to attack again. Stallhut saves that one. And Moon will have to free pass over to Spangler. Rummer to Conley for the attack, and it's good. Nobody home on the side of the Lady Lions for that one. .23 kills now for Conley. Collier will serve. She'll drop it short in the net for a service error. Lucky break for the Lady Lions. Maynard now serving. Remember, this one only goes to 15. It's quick. Young rotating back in for Collier. Maynard serves. Nice save by Dye. Young will try a back row attack. That goes to Bales for the save. Now they set May up for an attack, and it's good. Georgia May gets kill number 6. Maynard back to serve, her 13th total serve. Received by Young. They'll set it up to Conley for an attack, blocked at the net. Heiss keeps it alive with the return. Stallhut sets it up to Moon for an off speed. That doesn't work. Now Conley attacking, and it's good. Evie Conley. She's a senior. I wonder if she's going to move on to play at the next level, like college volleyball for somebody. Dyer coming back in, replacing Heiss. Conley with the serve, received by Bales. Stallhut sets it. Moon, free pass over to Young. Oh, I guess I should call that a floor attack because it ended up working out. We'll give Moon a kill there. Her 24th. Moon will now serve. 16 total serves for Moon. Young. Spangler was able to return it. Stallhut tries the dump. That doesn't work. Dyer to Spangler for the attack. Nice dig by Maynard. Now Moon attacking, and it's good. Remy Moon, kill number 25. Lady Lions on top by 2, 7-5 the score. We're tied in the match, 2 apiece. This is set number 5. Moon, that'll end up being a service error as it went out the backside. So the Lady Bearcats, trailing by 1, will send Caitlin Dyer back to serve. Dyer serves it across to Moon. Stallhut tries the dump. That doesn't work. Dye picked up on it. Stallhut now sets it to, that was May that punched it into the back row. Now Spangler tries an attack, and it's good. It ends up out of bounds off the block. Kylie Spangler gets kill number 8. Dyer serving again. Received in the back row by Bales. Moon with a free pass over to Conley. Rummer sets it to Dyer for the attack, blocked by Jones. And Young returns it as she punches it into the middle of the floor. We'll give her a kill for that. Your libero doesn't see very many kills normally. That's only her first, of course. Dyer back to serve again. She'll drop it short into the net for a service error. Cannon back in. Jones goes out. On the other side, Heiss came back in. Bales will serve for Fairfield. Received by Conley. Spangler to Dye. She'll free pass it back over to Bales. Stallhut will set it. Moon with a back row attack. Young saves it. Now Dye with a floor attack. That got saved by Maynard. Now Moon attacking, and it's good. Remy Moon, another one from the back row. 26 total kills now for Moon. Bales is serving. This is a very close match. Conley receives it. A dump tried by Spangler. Cannon picked up on it, and she blocked it. 3 blocks now for Cannon in this match. That was a big play right there. The Lady Lions now have a 2-point lead. 10-8 the score. Heiss receives the serve. Dumped by Dye. Went over to Moon. Now May with an off speed. Picked up by Rummer. And then Dye with the attack. Stallhut saves it to Moon for the free pass. That'll come over to Conley. Rummer will set it to Spangler for the attack. And Moon trying to save it. Oh, she does. Comes over to Dye, and it's good. The Lady Lions get a huge point off of a save by Remy Moon. Wow, what a save. Paint Valley's going to call the timeout as the Lions have got all the momentum, but they lead it by only 3, 11-8 in our 5th set of the match. We're back right after this on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV, presented by CMT Components.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 350,000 participants here in Ohio who take part in high school sports.
Welcome back courtside, ladies and gentlemen. Again, stick with me for the post game. We will talk to head coach Cameron Dalton, your ACRMC Family Medicine Coaches Comment Show. I'll also name a Snappy Tomato Pizza player of the match as well. I'd like to thank our season sponsors, Willie & Son Trucking, Baxla Tractor Sales, Peebles Monument Company, CR Deals, and Southern Hills Community Bank. They sponsor each and every volleyball game on C103. Spangler to Dye for an attack. It's short in the net. The point goes to Fairfield. Lady Lions, again, have got some momentum here as Bales will step back to serve. Bales serves it, received by Heiss, and it's an ace. Probably should have let that one go. I think it would have been out of bounds. And now we're going to have a substitution as Oots will check in, Whitney Oots. Oots will check in to replace Dye, who is one of the seniors. Bales back to serve again, and that's another ace. They did think that one was going to go out of bounds, and it did not. It is match point. Set match point for the Lady Lions, with Bales serving, her 18th total serve in the match. Bales serves it into the back row, received by Conley. A dump attempt by Spangler. Stallhut tries the dump. Spangler keeps it alive. Heiss can't return it. That's 4 hits. That'll do it. The Fairfield Lady Lions will hang on to get the victory. 15-8, your score in the 3rd set of the match. What a hard-fought match by the Paint Valley Lady Bearcats. Stick with us. Our post-game show coming up right after this on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 350,000 participants here in Ohio who take part in high school sports.
The Fairfield Athletic Boosters are proud to sponsor this coverage of the Fairfield Lions. The Athletic Boosters work hard.
Advancing in tournament play, the Fairfield Lady Lions, again, they will face off against the Lynchburg Clay Lady Mustangs. That game will be next Tuesday, and we will have that game for you here on C103 and also Good Guys Radio TV. Again, Lynchburg Clay will play Fairfield next Tuesday at Wellston High School. So the good news is we're going to have somebody moving on in tournament play. The bad news is we'll lose one of our teams next Tuesday night. All right, let's take a look at some stats for our post-game show. Let's talk about your stats. By the way, somebody hit an accomplishment here tonight. We'll have to ask Coach Dalton, who reached a mark. Let's see here. They're trying to get the balloons lined up. It might be Remy Moon. She broke the school record, it looks like. All right, they actually have a sign made up for her. That's pretty cool. I know she came into this match with 404 kills on the season. I had her credited with 26. So that would be, what, 430? Is that the right math? But that's not what they have. So I probably missed a few or gave her too many or something. Anyway, or that the balloons are probably just for the school record. All right, so new school record for Remy Moon. Okay, back to the Paint Valley Lady Bearcats on our post game. And we're going to talk about what their stats were. I had Karis Dye, the senior, with a total of 12 serves, 12 kills in the match. I had Maya Collier with a total of 17 serves. She had 2 aces and 5 kills. Aaliyah Young had a total of 7 serves, 1 ace, and 1 kill. Hallie Rummer had a total of 20 serves. She had 4 aces, and, of course, a whole bunch of assists. I don't keep the assists, but she was the setter for the Lady Bearcats, so she would have had a lot of assists in this game because they had a lot of kills, including the 24 kills from Nevi Conley. Again, I had her with 24 kills. She had 15 serves and 4 aces. Brianna Winterrod, I had her with 2 serves. Caitlin Dyer with a total of 11 serves, 2 aces. Kylie Spangler, I had her with 4 serves, 1 ace, and 3 serves, 1 ace, and 8 total kills. And Melissa Heiss. Yep, I had Melissa Heiss with a total of 5 serves, 1 ace, and 2 kills. Well-played game by the Paint Valley Lady Bearcats. Again, they did not have a very successful season, only winning 3 games. But they took tournament as that we often have coaches that always say it's a new season when you get to tournament. And the Paint Valley Lady Bearcats really did embrace that as they played very hard in this one. They won the first 2 sets and then lost the final 3 to Fairfield. So let's take a look at the Fairfield Lady Lions, who again won those final 3 sets. We'll start with Allie Maynard. I had her with a total of 13 serves, 1 ace. I had Remy Moon with a total of 17 serves, 3 aces, and 26 kills. Paisley Stallhut, I had her with 11 serves, 1 ace, and 1 kill. Georgia May, 21 serves, 4 aces, and 6 kills. Alyssa Bales, I had her with 18 serves and 3 aces. Plus, she had some other really nice plays. She's a little libero, of course, and a ton of saves and digs in the back row. Addison Cannon, I had her with 14 serves, 4 aces, 3 blocks, and 2 kills. And then also Bailey Jones. I had Jones with 1 block and 2 kills. So that's a look at your stats for the Fairfield Lady Lions. Again, a well-played game by both teams in this one. Your scores, by the way, it was Paint Valley winning the first set 25-15. Paint Valley also won the second set 25-21. And then Fairfield won the remaining sets 25-21 in the third, 25-19 in the fourth, and 15-8 in the fifth set. By the way, the Lynchburg Clay Lady Mustangs, of course, getting the victory tonight 3-0 over top of Belpre. And that is who Fairfield will face next Tuesday. We do have more tournament volleyball coming up for you tomorrow night. North Adams Lady Green Devils will face off against Meigs. Meigs, the number 17 seed with a 7-11 record. North Adams, the 8th seed with a 14-6 record. Again, that game will be on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV First serve scheduled for 7 o'clock. We'll probably go on the air somewhere around 6:45 tomorrow night for that North Adams game. Saturday, it'll be Fayetteville, the Lady Rockets taking on Cincinnati Christian from Norwood High School. That game at 12:30. That's Southwest District play in Division 6. That will also be on C103. And then next Tuesday night, if North Adams gets their victory tomorrow night, we'll have them on Tuesday night from Waverly, and then Lynchburg Clay and Fairfield from Wellston. So lots more volleyball action yet to come on C103, 99.5 The Edge, and GoodGuysRadioTV.com as well. By the way, Western Brown will be at Clinton Massey on our sister station, 99.5 The Edge, on Friday night. I already mentioned the Bengals are the Thursday night game this week as they'll face off against Pittsburgh on 99.5 The Edge. Pre-game 6:45, 8:15 is kickoff for the Cincinnati Bengals. On Saturday, we'll, of course, have the tournament volleyball game for you, and then we'll have the Ohio State Buckeyes also facing off on Saturday, and Ohio University as well. We're going to take a quick break. Ready to join me is head coach Cameron Dalton in the ACRMC Family Medicine Coaches Comment Show. We're back right after this on C103 and GoodGuysRadioTV.com.
C103, 99.5 The Edge, and Good Guys Radio TV are your source for everything local. From Shack Basketball
Shot by Osborne, 3 on the buzzer!
Wow. To Shack Baseball.
Wells is going to drive. He makes it. He's safe.
Western Brown Football.
Throws it towards the end zone, and it's complete.
To Shack Volleyball.
Hatton for the kill. It's good.
Local fairs, festivals, and more.
Are to the finish line.
Crosses the line to get the victory.
Never miss a moment with C103, 99.5 The Edge, and Good Guys Radio TV.
Your plan is ready. It's time to build. At CMT Components, we design and manufacture quality building materials for your custom job. If you need metal panels and trim, trusses, or even a complete pole barn package, we do it all, including delivering right to your job site. To get started, call us at 937-446-3400. You can also check us out online or stop by our office in Sardinia, Ohio to discuss your plans today. Let's get building.
Did you tonight, didn't they?
They definitely did. I about had a heart attack on the court tonight.
Now, you had already seen this team once this year, and that probably did not work out well in your favor because they knew who to key on.
Yes, they definitely did. And, you know, when we played them at first, we won in 4, so it was still a tough game. So definitely a tough matchup coming into tonight.
Your team prevailed mostly, I think, because of endurance. The Paint Valley Lady Bearcats have got some pretty powerful hits. There's no doubt about it. But they kind of got tired a little bit late in the game. Of course, your girls did too. Mm-hmm. But you were able to come out on top, maybe just a little bit better physical condition. And what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think throughout the entire season, something that we've always focused on is just being mentally tough and mental toughness. And, you know, that's something that definitely showed tonight of just being mentally tough and, you know, working to persevere through situations like this, which wasn't ideal tonight, but, you know, they were mentally tough and they showed that and pulled it through.
How do you get the girls to dig down deep and find a little bit more strength? You know, Remy Moon elevates so well. Mm-hmm. We've talked about it all season long. I mean, she's a high jumper. She went to state last year in high jumping as, a sophomore last year?
Yep.
So she elevates so well, but even she has to get tired. Mm-hmm. How do you get them to dig down and find some energy?
You know, I think, obviously it's a testament to all of them, but what it really comes down to in my mind is how well they play together and play as a team. And so they, you know, in turn pick each other up because, you know, they are all best friends on the team. And there's not any drama so far this season, knock on wood. But, you know, that's just a testament of, you know, them all getting along together and picking each other up in tough situations.
All right, Coach, now you're going to face off against someone you know all too well.
Yes.
You're going to face off against the Lynchburg Clay Lady Mustangs. And you came out on the short side to them in regular season play, and you only played them once. Is that right?
Yes, only once. But it was a tough game, and I'm hoping, you know, with a long week of practice coming up that we can, you know, prepare mentally and physically, but also come out with a chip on our shoulder just based off the last game.
Well, that was a 5-set match. Mm-hmm. You just had a 5-set match. So you're going to have to really dig deep again if you go 5 sets against Lynchburg Clay.
Yes. It'll be a tough game, but I'm looking forward to it. I think they have great players on their court and bench, and their coach is really one of the great ones. I respect her so much.
Well, Coach Dalton, anything we left out? I would ask you, more about your strategy against Lynchburg, but I can't because, we want you both to win.
Right. I know it's a tough one just to see Shack matchups this late in the tournaments, but, I think it'll be a good one.
I think it will, too. That match is next Tuesday night at Wellston High School. All right, we want to invite everybody to come out, support both teams, support your Shack teams. But, of course, we will have that game here on C103 and also Good Guys as well. So those who can't make it will be able to listen and watch.
Perfect.
All right, Coach Dalton, congratulations on the big victory here tonight.
Thank you.
That'll do it for the ACRMC Family Medicine Coaches Comment Show. We'll take one final break. I'll be back to name a Snappy Tomato Pizza player of the match right after this on C103.
In this community, they call the fire department when the days go bad and they don't know what to do.
There'll be a family member and will come up and give me a hug or shake my hand and say, hey, you took care of my dad X number of years ago. And they just wanted to say thank you and how much it meant to them. Things like that just keep me going. I'm ready to come back and do it again.
I try to take pride in every single thing that I do. When I'm needed in the community, I don't want them to ever think that I could have done more.
And that's the beauty of volunteers. There's nothing stronger than the heart of a volunteer.
Welcome back courtside, ladies and gentlemen. One final thing to do, and that is to name our Snappy Tomato Pizza player of the match. As always, it is a tough decision. Addison Cannon made some real key plays there right at the end of this game. So she, of course, was in the running. You've always got Georgia May. She led the team in serves with a total of 21 serves. And she also had 6 kills. All of those coming, and I shouldn't say all. She had 1 in the very first set, but then the rest of her kills, the other 5 kills, came in the 4th and 5th set when Moon was getting a little bit tired, but Moon was still leading everybody in kills. And so I've got to go with Remy Moon. She also broke the school record. And she, of course, has plenty of time to extend that. She's only a junior, so she has a whole nother year to come back and get more kills and really extend that record. I have her with 430 right now. I may have overcounted a few. She came into this match with 404. So, that would put the record well above that. So Remy Moon, just an absolutely amazing job. And by the way, I don't know what the record is. I forgot to ask Coach Dalton what she has got that record set at. But this is her junior year, so I don't know if that was just a record for the season or an overall record. But either way, it was a school record. So Remy Moon will be our Snappy Tomato Pizza player of the match. Again, we invite you to tune in next Tuesday night as we'll have Lynchburg Clay and Fairfield facing off against each other from Wellston High School. I want to thank Brandon Rigdon for engineering everything tonight on our TV broadcast with GoodGuysRadioTV.com. And I also want to thank Traven Hildebrand for engineering everything on the C103 Country Radio side. Thanks for listening. Hope you're enjoying Southern Hills Athletic Conference Volleyball right here on C103, Good Guys and Good Guys Radio TV, presented by CMT Components.
Thank you for tuning in. Rewatch this video and many more on demand at GoodGuysRadioTV.com.